just don't.
Alright. So our presentation will be going over gender-based communication in relationships. I'm Joshua. This is Steve,
Mama?
Maha, and Hindia. Now this is no doubt an overdramatic representation of male and female communication, but I'm sure some of you have ran into similar situations before. Why this causes such a problem is because guys tend to go into a problem-solving mode when they talk about a problem. Girls more want comforting and sympathy, and not as much as suggestions. This usually happens because people have a false consensus bias on how the other person listens. So next time you're talking to your spouse, keep this in mind when you're talking to them about a problem. One way to fix this is to tell the other party what you want from them going into it in the beginning. Now I'm going to pass it off to Maha here.
So, my topic is use of questions. And to explain my topic better, I would like to share one of my work experience. At work, I have one male and one female supervisor. Whenever my female supervisor wanted me to do some work for her, she asked me like this: "Hey Maha, if you want, you can do this work right now." As she clearly giving me an option whether I can do it right now or later. But in reality, what she really wants, she wants me to do it right away. This is confusing to understand. Is she really giving me an option or what? So on other hand, I never faced this type of confusion with my male supervisor because his questions are real questions and his statements are real statements. He's so clear what he wants. This habit of making statements into questions create confusions and problems, especially in relationships. The solution for this kind of misunderstanding is that females have to be more clear and open to ask a person what she wants, or else that would be so hard for the other person to assume what she really meant. So now I'm gonna pass it off to Steve.
Mr. India.
Oh yeah. So one of the topics that I did was detail versus big picture. It's the most common misunderstanding communication between men and women. It centers around the issue of details versus big picture. Who tends to give and expect more details? If you said women, then you're right. Women like to know everything in details. For example, a man and a woman are having a dinner. The woman asks the man, "So how's school going?" And he says, "Fine." One way to fight this problem is to ask him a question that calls for more detail, such as, what classes are you taking this term? Or what do you like about the classes? Because what does she want? She wants details. She wants him to point a verbal picture for her that will allow her to imagine how his school life is going for him. Women want high details and not the big picture that men is used to describing. And I'm passing to Steve.
Okay, so my topic was asking for help. And the problem is that men need to feel the need to protect their ego, while women can release their ego whenever they want. Therefore, men have a harder time asking questions than women. And the society today tells us that society teaches men that they need to be strong and independent. And society encourages women to fall back on others for support. Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Okay. personal life examples that I came up with was that my mother is not afraid to ask a stranger for a question such as directions, and my father, on the other hand, is scared to confront a stranger in America because of a height difference, such as like he's only 5'8", and all the other people here are 6 foot here in America. And the first solution that I came up with was to put your ego aside, and like real courage is not about being vulnerable, and not asking for help because of fear of judgment is cowardly. And solution number 2 that I came up with was that don't be so hard on yourself. In my personal life, I'm too overly critical of myself because I always see the flaws and not the beauty. But real confidence about looking good on the outside is very superficial because it can change, such as our age. When we age, we lose our attractiveness. And real confidence is about being able to stay emotionally strong, and no matter how we look.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for
At 1, 2, 3.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for listening.
listening.
Good.
Good.